People of Earth, attention. This is a voice speaking to you from thousands of miles beyond your planet.
We interrupt this program. This is an attack warning.
Repeat. This is an attack warning. Episode number 133 of RadiOblivion. We're going to do all Rockabilly on this six-pack O-Pounders. You ready? In 2, 1...
Rock-a-roll the fever. Rock-a-roll the fever. Rock-a-roll fever. Surely come to town. Oh, let's roll, let's rock. Well, I saw a jukebox the other day. I shoved in a neck or two. I get it play. I heard a song, the rock and roll beat. I couldn't control my jumping feet. Now it's blue, blue, blue. Lay over my blue suede shoes. Let's rock, let's roll, let's rock. I try to dance some mama, but rock instead. Man, I dig that crazy beat. The Crash Moon Band playing down the street. The drummer and the sax, they sure turn on the heat. So let's rock, let's roll. Well, rock and roll fever going round. Rock and roll fever and rock me down.
Come on in, turkeys. I'm Professor Michael T. This is RadiOblivion. Right here at RadiOblivion.com on your internet dial. Episode number 133 for this six-pack O-Pounders this week. I've got some rare 1950s, early 60s rockabilly for you. Starting off the show with Busby doing Rock and Roll Fever from 1957. Now, there were two versions of that track. One was credited to his real name, Graham Busbus. Graham Busbus or Buzz Busby. I like Buzz. Yeah. Like I said, this free six-pack O-Pounders for you. All rockabilly, but you patrons that are hanging in there for the bonus show coming up after this, we're going to take a big left-hand turn. I'll tell you more about that as we get closer to the end of the show. Now up next, back to 1959, I say, the Bobby Nelson Quartet. This track is called There Ain't Nothin' True About You.
You come home and went to the show when you were out with your girlfriend. the wildest strings in this mad, mad town, Hollywood.
Now look, kid, let's get something straight right now. You're the one that wants to be a star, not me.
You don't love me anymore. Hit me. Sure.
An all-American boy sings his way into your hearts. Like thousands of kids who come to Hollywood every year, see Arch Hall Jr. in the swingingest musical action picture of the year.
I used to go skating all the time.
We can't have that. If he wants a girl, get one for him.
Nothing could shake him from his goal, not even Daisy. A frenzy of music and action. From Fairway International Films, the swingingest picture of the year. See Arch Hall Jr. and Nancy Czar in Wild Guitar.
Wow! A twist fever. She's got twist
There once was an Indian from Tennessee. He jumped and he shouted and he hollered with glee. Come here, squaw. I mean right now. Wanna learn to do the boogie cause I don't know how to do the Indian boogie. The Indian boogie. The Indian boogie and we dance from dawn till dawn. Old Indian chief, he worked hard all day. No half time to work to play. Till face come, teach him to jive. Now he's a dancingest chief alive, doing the Indian boogie. The Indian boogie. The Indian boogie, and we dance from dawn till dawn. Well, he never had a dance like that before. He jumped and he shouted and he hollered for more. Come here, squaw. I mean right now. Gonna do the boogie woogie cause I done learned how to do the Indian boogie. Indian boogie. The Indian boogie and we dance from dawn till dawn. There once was an Indian from Tennessee. He jumped and he shouted and he hollered with glee. Come here, squaw. I mean right now. Gonna learn to do the boogie cause I don't know how to do the Indian boogie. The Indian boogie. The Indian boogie and we dance from dawn till dawn.
Indian Boogie by Buster Pack and the Lonesome Pine Boys. That was on Rich R. Tone Records, and I do believe that was out of Virginia. I think Rich R. Tone Records, they've released all kinds of records, and by some famous folks. The Stanley Brothers got their start on Rich R. Tone Records, I do believe. Tripping all over my words here. So Virginia started off, or before that, There Ain't Nothing True About You, Bobby Nelson Quartet. Released in 1966 on LaRon Records, but it was recorded in 1959. It took a while, right? 7 years to get that one released? I'm Professor Michael T. You are listening to Radio Oblivion.
The one, the only, the original. Everybody else is an imitator.
Yeah, we're halfway through with your free 6-pack O-Pounders, your Commute Buster. The perfect size for getting you to or from work or through a bathroom break, right? Big shout out to all of our patrons out there. You guys make the show what it is, and you also get the bonus show and even more. If you want to become a patron of Radio Oblivion, it's cheap. $1 a month, $12 a year. Get over to the Patreon page at patreon.com/Radio Oblivion. RadioBlivion. It just rolls right off the tongue. Radio Oblivion everywhere. Facebook.com/Radio Oblivion. Twitter @Radio Oblivion. Shoot me email to radiooblivion@gmail.com. And once again, RadioBlivion. 3 more to go. We're 11 minutes into it. What do we have up next for you? There we go, from 1961, Mr. Danny Reeves doing I'm a Hobo. Yeah, one of my all-time favorite tracks right here, friends. Hop on that train.
Got my pots and pans and I put them in the sack. I started walking down that field track. Borrowed me a nickel, dime and a quarter. Got me some of that. Drinking water, I'm a hobo. Call me Jig Joe. I'm a happy hobo, always on the go. Used to own a hotel way over town. Had me a chauffeur driving me around. I got to thinking, how's that uncle supposed to die? Baby, baby, bye, bye, bye. I'm a hobo. Call me Jig like Joe. I'm a happy hobo, always on the go. I hear the train coming down that railroad track, puffing and a puffing up an awful stack. Mr. Conductor, won't you kindly slow it down? Hobo man, he's a leaving town. I'm a hobo. Call me Jig like Joe. I'm a happy hobo, always on the go. Well, I got me some beans and some turnip greens and a number 7 shoe. When I get on down this railroad track, I'm gonna make me some hobo stew. I'm a hobo. Call me Jig like Joe. I'm a happy hobo, always on the go.
Get out your magic decoder rings, boys and girls, and stay tuned to find out how you can win many valuable prizes.
You take a rock and a bop when it's really neat, and you put them together with the Rock-A-Bop beat. Hey Joe, you're gonna do the Rock-A-Bop. A Rock-A-Bop, you're gonna swing your feet and let a rhythm ever stop. A Rock-A-Bop, I said a Rock-A-Bop. A Rock-A-Bop, I said a Rock-A-Bop with me. Come on and Rock-A-Bop. A Rock-A-Bop, come on and Rock-A-Bop with me. You're gonna swing your feet and let the rhythm ever stop. A Rock-A-Bop. A Rock-A-Baby. Oh, well, here he comes, so you better look out. He gonna sing a hand, a dance a hand, a even shout. Hey, Charlie, you're gonna do the Rock-A-Bop. A Rock-A-Bop, you're gonna rattle your bones and have the rest of moans. Oh, Rock-A-Bop, Rock-A-Bop, I said a Rock-A-Bop. Come on, Rock-A-Bop with me. Rock-A-Bop, come on, Rock-A-Bop with me. You're gonna rattle your bones and have the rest of moans. Oh, Rock-A-Bop, Rock-A-Bop. Oh, and it don't be bothered about your knees. The way you're doing just what they believe. Hey, Willie, you're gonna do the Rock-A-Bop. Rock-A-Bop, hey, you lost your shoes, but that ain't news. With the Rock-A-Bop, well, rock. Come on and rock, baby. Rock-A-Bop with me. Please Rock-A-Bop. Rock-A-Bop, I said Rock-A-Bop with me. You're gonna lose your shoes, but then a whole of your blues with the Rock-A-Bop.
A Rock-A-Bop, yeah, there you go! Miss Sparkle Moore doing Rock-A-Bop from 1956 on Fraternity Records. Excellent stuff. Hey, before that, that I'm a Hobo by Danny Reeves on D Records. D Records was you go and search D Records and their releases, man, they release all kinds of fantastic cats and gals and pals, and now I'm just talking. Yeah, Mr. Johnny Dollar, one of my very favorites, is on D Records. That's right. I wouldn't kid you for the world, friends. Go look it up. You'll find it interesting. We have one more track to go in this 6-pack O-Pounders, your free 6-pack O-Pounders. 6 tracks to get you to or from work. Pocket size, friends, it is pocket size. I know a lot of folks out there like small, short podcasts. They want you to get in, do your thing, and get right back out so they can move on. And I know that this is your second favorite podcast, and you're probably waiting for your first favorite to be released, so I'll get you out of here as quickly as I can. But if you are one of those folks that want more, get over to the Patreon page. Patreon.com/RadioOblivion. You'll get at least 7 more tracks each time that Radio Oblivion drops. And also you have access to my weekly radio show called The Hootenanny. That's 56 minutes every week. Unless I phone in the show that week and actually play a rerun like I did last week. That's right. But some of you also know that I do a daily radio show, or Monday through Friday. I do a 2-hour request show, call-in show. And I have one of my regular ladies called in, and she says, Michael T., have you ever heard of Jack Earls? I said, yeah, I've heard of Jack Earls. Of course, recorded at Sun Records. Let's Bop. Yeah. She says, that's my uncle. I said, well, I'm going to play you some Jack Earls. So I did play her Let's Bop, but I'm going to play another track for you. This one was originally unreleased, but I'm pretty sure it was recorded at Sun Studios. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Let's listen to Crawdad Hole right here on Radio Oblivion.
I got light if you got pole, honey. I got light if you got pole, babe. I got light if you got pole. Honey, baby mine. That side up on your gate, honey. That side up on your gate, babe. That side up on your gate. Honey, baby mine. Young come man across the field, honey. Young come man across the field, babe. Young come man across the field. Yeah, honey, baby mine. What you gonna do when I come by, honey? What you gonna do when I come by, babe? What you gonna do when I come by? Honey, baby mine. Get up, girl, it's left too late, honey. Get up, girl, it's left too late, babe. Get up, girl, it's left too late. Yeah, honey, baby mine.
a track I've been listening to for, 35 years right there. Jack Earls, Crawdad, Hole, and that lady that calls in, her name's Judy. And then she called, she was so excited that I knew who her uncle is, and she says he's still alive. He's in his 80s, and so is his wife, but they're kind of ill. I think they're up in Michigan, she said. But she called back, and then she says, have you ever heard of so-and-so, Earls? I'm like, no, never, haven't heard of that. Well, that was her daddy. I said, well, did he play music? Well, he played with my uncle sometimes, So anyway, it was funny. But that's fun, getting calls like that. That's what happens when you're living in Tennessee, I suppose. You can get calls from folks that... I got a call from another guy. There's a rock band called Firehouse, and apparently he was their roadie for a long time. And I said something to the effect of, it kind of sounds like Kiss. He goes, well, that's exactly where they got Firehouse off of Kiss' first album. There you go, 6 tracks, all fantastic, rare 1950s and early 60s rockabilly for you. Hope you enjoyed. You patrons, stay tuned because I'm going to tell you a little bit about an idea that I have. So in the bonus show, we're going to get personal. Just me and my friends on Patreon. Patreon.com/RadioOblivion. Hey, if you are new to Radio Oblivion, make sure you are subscribed in your favorite podcast app. We're in all of them. Apple, Google, Spotify, TuneIn Radio, wherever you can get podcasts. And if you have a podcast app that Radio Oblivion is not available in, please make sure to let me know that. Shoot me an email to radiooblivion@gmail.com. That's it. Come back in 2 weeks. I'll have another fantastic show for you. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. All that happy horse hockey. And until next time, you go out there and you blow your radio up, baby.